हाय दोस्तों, क्या आप भी सोचते हैं कि इतनी क्यूट और प्रोफेशनल एनिमेशन वीडियोस लोग कैसे बनाते हैं? तो आज मैं आपको बताने वाला हूं कि मैं खुद 3D कार्टून एनिमेशन वीडियो कैसे बनाता हूं, वो भी सिर्फ कुछ मिनट में, बिना किसी एडवांस स्किल्स के। सबसे पहले मैं यूज करता हूं चैट जीपीटी। अब आप सोच रहे होंगे वो क्या करता है? तो भाई, मैं चैट जीपीटी को बस इतना बोलता हूं, मुझे बच्चों के लिए एक प्यारी सी कार्टून स्टोरी का स्क्रिप्ट दो। और चैट जीपीटी क्या करता है? कुछ ही सेकंड में मुझे एक बढ़िया फुल स्क्रिप्ट तैयार करके दे देता है, जिसमें स्टोरी, डायलॉग्स, सब कुछ होता है। फिर क्या करता हूं? मैं वो पूरा स्क्रिप्ट कॉपी करता हूं और ओपन करता हूं कैपकट ऐप। कैपकट के अंदर एक बहुत ही मजेदार और स्मार्ट टूल है, जिसका नाम है इंस्टेंट एआई वीडियो। आपको बस उस सेक्शन में जाना है और जहां वो प्रॉम्प्ट मांगता है, वहां आप चैट जीपीटी से लिया हुआ स्क्रिप्ट पेस्ट कर दो। अब ध्यान दो, उसके बाद मैं एक स्टाइल सिलेक्ट करता हूं और यहां मैं हमेशा चुनता हूं 3D कार्टून स्टाइल, क्योंकि बच्चों के लिए ये सबसे अट्रैक्टिव लगता है। फिर मैं वीडियो की ड्यूरेशन 10 मिनट तक सेट करता हूं। आप चाहो तो कम या ज्यादा भी रख सकते हो। इसके बाद मैं बस क्रिएट बटन पर क्लिक करता हूं और अब जादू शुरू होता है। लगभग 2 से 3 मिनट के अंदर कैपकट मेरे लिए पूरा का पूरा एक एनिमेटेड वीडियो बना देता है, और वो भी ऐसा लगता है जैसे किसी प्रोफेशनल एनिमेटर ने बनाया हो। अब फाइनल स्टेप, मैं उस वीडियो को एक्सपोर्ट करता हूं, फिर डाउनलोड करके अपने फोन में सेव कर लेता हूं। बस फिर क्या, अब आप उस वीडियो को यूट्यूब शॉर्ट्स, इंस्टाग्राम रील्स या टिकटॉक पर आराम से अपलोड कर सकते हो और अपनी ऑडियंस को इम्प्रेस कर सकते हो।
In the magical village of where the flowers sang sweet songs and the clouds giggled like excited puppies, life was like a fairy tale. That is, except for one little turtle named Timo. Oh, how he wished he could fly like that. One day, while wandering through the whispering woods near his home, Timo spotted a peculiar mushroom glowing softly in the dappled sunlight. As he cautiously approached, the mushroom suddenly sprang open, revealing an ancient-looking map made of birch bark. Crossing it would be tricky, but luckily, they soon spotted a small boat on the bank. However, when they got inside, they realized there was no way to make it move. Hiding behind a nearby bush was a small, furry creature with large bat-like wings. Here they met a wise old owl who explained the final challenge. "You have shown great courage and kindness," he hooted, "and now your wish will be granted." The friends looked at each other. All this time, Timo had been so focused on his wish to fly that he had even stopped to think what his wish really was. But now, standing here at the top of the Sky World tree, he knew he didn't want to fly alone. He wanted everyone in Glimmergrave to feel brave enough to follow their dreams, to, "That's my wish," he said, "for everyone to be brave." The owl smiled. "That is a wonderful wish," he hooted, before presenting Timo with a beautiful new shell. "Here is a gift for your bravery and kindness," he said. A glowing glider shell powered by the magic of friendship and courage. It can carry you and whoever you wish to soar through the sky. Overjoyed, Timo hugged his new friend, the wind spirit, as well as Leela and Munch. Then the 4 friends climbed into the glider shell and soared over Glimmergrave for the first time. The whole village cheered as they flew past, and Timo knew that this was the greatest adventure of all. Because sometimes the greatest magic is believing in yourself. To reach the top of the Sky World tree and have your wish granted, you must show me the 3 treasures hidden within the tree's branches. As the owl flew away, Timo, Lila, and Wind Spirit started their search. They looked everywhere, but it seemed as though the treasures might be hiding forever. Just when they were about to give up, Wind Spirit remembered something. "I may be small," she said, "but I can still blow hard enough to uncover the treasures." Closing her eyes, she took a deep breath and blew. The first treasure was a small, smooth stone sparkling with all the colors of the rainbow. Next, Wind Spirit blew again and uncovered a shiny golden feather that glistened in the sunlight. Lash, she blew one more time and a melodious seashell appeared, spiraled perfectly in the crook of a branch. "Hello," said Timo gently. Why are you crying? The creature looked up. I'm lost and alone, she whispered. I used to fly with my family, but I got separated during a storm, and now I go and find my way back to them. Seeing her sadness, Lila said, we're on our way to the skyward tree, which is very high up. If you climb on our shoulders, we can help you get there and look for your family. The wind spirit smiled through her tears and thanked them. With her help, they were able to tiptoe past the sleeping thunder trolls whose loud snores shook the ground. Once past them, the grateful wind spirit promised to help them reach the skyward tree by guiding them through secret paths between the branches. I bet there's a way, said Timo, determined to keep going. Suddenly, a giggle echoed nearby. What's so funny? Asked Lila, looking around. Out popped a round fluffy cloud with a mischievous grin. I am Bobo, the cloud said, and I can help you cross the river if you tickles me just right. So Lila and Timo took turns tickling Bobo, who floated them all to the other side. Thanks, Bobo, called Timo, waving, as the cloud drifted away. On it, Timo saw a winding path leading to a magnificent tree with swirling branches that touched the sky. But before they could reach it, a deep voice boomed. Halt, travelers! Startled, they turned to see a statue of a grumpy troll with moss growing out of his beard. Who are you? Lila asked cautiously. I am Grumble, guardian of the wishing tree, he growled, and I won't let you pass unless you answer my riddle. What has an eye but cannot see? Timo thought hard. Was it a needle? A button? No, those didn't seem right. Then he looked at Grumble's chest and saw a tiny clock face. Is it time? He asked. Grumble's face softened. Well done, he rumbled, stepping aside to let them pass. I haven't heard that riddle correctly in ages. Perhaps my moss-covered ears are to blame. This had to be the Skyworld tree, the legendary wishing tree whispered about in bedtime stories. They say the Skyworld tree stood tall above the highest mountains and clouds, granting one wish to anyone who reached its top. Hope surged through Timo. Maybe his wish to fly could come true. You see, Timo was a bit of a scaredy. He worried about everything. Who else loved adventures as much as he did? The answer was obvious. His best friend, Lila, the ladybug. She was known throughout Glimmergrave for her amazing tap dancing skills and her even bigger heart. When Timo told her about the Skyward tree, her eyes sparkled with excitement. Oh, we have to go together, she exclaimed. We'll face any challenges the tree throws at us. Soon, they were marching side by side towards the forest. What if he stepped on a crack and broke his shell? Don't worry, I'll help you, said Lila, rushing to the rescue. But just as she reached the squirrel, he snarled. Go away, I don't need your help. It turned out the squirrel had a sweet tooth and had gotten stuck while trying to steal some berries. Lila kindly offered to help him, but he only agreed when she promised to share her delicious acorn cookies. After they were done, the squirrel happily introduced himself as Munch and thanked Lila with a huge hug. You're the best, she said, smiling, before continuing on their journey. What if a hungry fox decided he tasted good? And most of all, what if he never got to see the world beyond good? Every day, Timo would sit in his little garden, gazing up at the sky and watching the birds soar through the clouds. But before he set off, he wanted to tell someone about his exciting plan. After walking for a while, they heard a loud crash and saw a small squirrel struggling to free himself from a tangle of vines. Before long, they arrived at a wide river blocking their path. At last, the forest began to clear and the Skyworld tree came into view. Its branches swirled and sparkled, almost touching the sun. As they walked on, they heard soft sniffles. Finally, they arrived at the base of the Skyworld tree. Its roots seemed to touch the clouds, and the bark shimmered with 1,000 colors. When they showed the treasures to the wise owl, he nodded.